Ruthless Consistency by Michael Canic is a book focused on one core concept: achieving business success through unwavering commitment to strategy and execution. Canic argues that the key to long-term business success isn't necessarily talent or luck but a deep, relentless dedication to staying the course. The book offers a clear, practical guide for leaders who want to transform their organizations by ensuring alignment between strategy and action while maintaining focus on the right things. Canic opens with the idea that most leaders understand the importance of having a clear vision and strategy, but few actually make it a reality in their organizations. This gap between strategy and execution is often caused by inconsistency, whether it's leaders getting distracted by new ideas, employees not being held accountable, or the inability to sustain a clear focus over time. Canic calls for leaders to adopt ruthless consistency, a term he uses to describe a leader's relentless focus on executing their strategy. A significant portion of the book is dedicated to the need for aligning people, culture, and actions to the company's strategy. According to Canic, inconsistency happens when there's a disconnect between what an organization says it wants to do and what it actually does. For example, if a company claims that innovation is a core value, yet punishes employees for taking risks, it sends a mixed message. The solution lies in creating a culture where every action and decision reflects the organization's strategic goals. This requires not only strong leadership but also a clear communication of expectations and a system of accountability. Canic highlights the importance of having the right people in the right roles. He argues that many businesses fail because they hire based on credentials or past experience, rather than cultural fit and alignment with the company's values and strategy. The book emphasizes that talent alone isn't enough. Employees need to be fully committed to the organization's mission and willing to embrace the changes necessary for growth. Canic advocates for a rigorous hiring process and ongoing employee development to ensure that every team member contributes positively to the company's goals. Another core element of ruthless consistency is the idea that leaders must avoid the temptation to chase after short-term wins at the expense of long-term goals. Canic refers to this as shiny object syndrome, where leaders are constantly distracted by new opportunities or initiatives that pull them away from their core strategy. Instead, he suggests that successful leaders have the discipline to stay the course, even when it's difficult, and keep their teams focused on the big picture. Throughout the book, Canic provides practical tools and frameworks that leaders can use to maintain ruthless consistency in their organizations. One of the key frameworks he presents is the commitment ladder, which outlines the steps leaders need to take to ensure that their teams are fully committed to the company's vision. This includes setting clear expectations, providing the necessary resources and support, holding people accountable, and celebrating wins along the way. Canic also touches on the psychological aspects of leadership, noting that many leaders struggle with consistency because they fear failure or want to be liked. He encourages leaders to develop the emotional resilience necessary to make tough decisions, hold people accountable, and push through resistance. This is where the concept of ruthless consistency becomes particularly relevant. It's about having the strength to keep pushing toward the goal, even when it's uncomfortable. The book is filled with examples from Canic's work as a business consultant, where he has helped numerous organizations achieve success by adopting a consistent approach to strategy and execution. He shares stories of businesses that struggled with inconsistency, and how they were able to turn things around by committing to ruthless consistency. These examples illustrate that while the concept is simple, it requires a deep commitment from leaders and their teams to be effective. In conclusion, ruthless consistency is a powerful guide for leaders who want to drive sustained success in their organizations. Canic's message is clear: strategy without execution is meaningless, and the only way to bridge the gap between the two is through unwavering focus and dedication. By aligning people, culture, and actions to a clear strategy, and maintaining discipline over the long term, leaders can create organizations that consistently deliver results.